I am Brody for Colorado HB39 and the .com, and you got my website address. Please visit and give generously. Also, my flyer's on that table over there. Please pick up a flyer, learn more about me. But I'm going to tell you a little bit more about me right now. After I tell you a little bit about HB39, and Indira just said a little bit about it, but HB39 is most of the geography of Douglas County. I am very proud and grateful that in the northwest of HB 39 are the Roxborough Democrats. Give it up to them forever. I can't be more grateful for them for all that they do for all of us, especially I'm so grateful. But also Lone Tree, Castle Pines, Louviers, Franktown. We're essentially everything but most of Highland Ranch, Parker, and Castle Rock. So I don't know if you don't identify what your district is. Maybe you're new to our area, but that's what it's all about. So, as Indira said, I've got a particularly interesting opponent, the incumbent, and I wonder if any of you remember or were aware of what happened at the beginning of Pride Month on June 3rd. On June 3rd, the Colorado Republican Party put out a blast email that said, the subject line said, "God hates pride." And the content of that email was even worse than the subject line. Later that day, the Colorado Republican Party put out a post on X. It said, "Burn all the pride flags in June." Now, an encouraging aspect of what happened then is that many Republicans in the great state of Colorado were revolted by this. There were county executive committees of the Republican Party, county chairs in an uproar, calling for the resignation of the Colorado Republican Party chair. You know who was not in an uproar? Brandy Bradley. Because Brandy Bradley believes the exact same things and she said so. She said in a post, "I may have put it differently, but I agree." She gave evidence of this just a couple of weeks ago. She went to back to school night to have a little conversation with the social studies teacher of one of her children.
That's right.
Secretly recorded the conversation, blasted it on X, referred to that teacher as a hashtag groomer. So let me speak about the theme of my campaign. The theme of my campaign is decency and sense. And as Indira said, I have long been, very long before I was ever interested in becoming an office holder, running for office, interested in decency and sense, in being fair-minded. I'll tell you, and I don't mean this to name drop where I went to school, but when I was an undergraduate, I was the secretary, vice chair, and chair of the independent party of the Yale Political Union because it was an important value to me that we all, as much as possible, approach our issues in the public life as free-thinking individuals rather than captives of groupthink, which is not to denigrate anyone who feels a stout identity as a Democrat. Love you. However, what's really important for the health of our national society is that we think more as individuals. Think of ourselves as individuals, think of others as individuals. And as a pragmatic electoral matter, in a district like HD 39, where the partisan balance is against us, as Democrats, twice as many registered Republicans as registered Democrats, more unaffiliated than either party, it's important that we appeal to people as individuals and get them to come to us as they've come to Tricia, as they've come to Angela. Because, like I said before, with regard to what happened with Pride Month, there are some decent and sensible Republicans out there, and we want them to come to us. We want them to come to me. Let me just say a few words about my policy priorities: water scarcity, wildfire risk, housing affordability, and education funding. I was pleased yesterday to attend the kickoff event for Ballot Initiative 5A in Douglas County, which is the bond measure. I encourage you all to support that, give to that cause. Make sure you talk that up with your friends, because there's so much deferred maintenance and new buildings that we need to educate our children properly. So that's where I'll leave it. Thank you so much for your attention. Please visit my table, pick up some things, pick up a shirt, and let's win this thing.
Yeah. Yeah.